In southern Arizona, the landscape can be deceiving. Miles of open desert, rugged mountains, long stretches of highway where there may be no one around for miles. But hidden within this vast terrain is one of Arizona's most demanding law enforcement environments.
Pima County.
Covering thousands of square miles, the county includes the city of Tucson, rural communities, remote desert areas, major transportation routes, and a border region that has made national headlines for decades. And responsible for law enforcement across much of this territory is the Pima County Sheriff's Department. For deputies, the job isn't simply about responding to calls. It's about operating in an environment where a routine patrol can quickly become a search and rescue mission, a traffic stop can turn dangerous, and the vast desert can make finding a person feel like searching for a needle in a haystack. Tonight, we're taking a closer look at the department, its responsibilities, and the challenges faced by the men and women who patrol Pima County. Unlike a traditional city police department, a county sheriff's department can have an enormous geographical responsibility. Pima County is no exception. Deputies may patrol densely populated communities one moment and remote desert roads the next. That means the department needs more than patrol officers. It requires dispatchers, investigators, detention personnel, specialized teams, aviation resources, search and rescue capabilities, and other support operations. And distance is one of the department's biggest challenges. Imagine receiving an emergency call from an isolated location. There may be no nearby police station, no traffic, no streetlights, and sometimes even identifying the exact location can be difficult. For deputies responding to those calls, preparation matters. The terrain itself can become part of the investigation. Mountains, washes, desert vegetation, extreme temperatures, and limited visibility can all complicate an operation. In Pima County, geography isn't just scenery. It's part of the job. One of the most difficult responsibilities facing law enforcement in southern Arizona is searching the desert. People become lost. Vehicles break down. Hikers disappear. And vulnerable individuals can become stranded in conditions that can turn deadly. During a search, every minute matters. The department may have to coordinate deputies, search and rescue personnel, aircraft, medical responders, and other agencies. The terrain can make even a simple search incredibly complicated. A person may be only a few miles away, but mountains, vegetation, darkness, or extreme heat can make those miles feel impossible to cross. For search teams, technology can help. Aircraft can cover enormous areas. Communications equipment can coordinate teams. And specialized search techniques can help investigators narrow down where someone may have gone. But technology doesn't replace experience. Sometimes the difference between finding someone and missing them comes down to recognizing a footprint, a tire track, a piece of clothing, or a small detail that doesn't belong. In the Arizona desert, the smallest clue can become the biggest breakthrough. Patrol deputies are often the first people to arrive at a crime scene. But their work is only the beginning. Behind many major cases is an investigative process that can continue for days, months, or even years. Detectives have to reconstruct what happened. They interview witnesses, examine evidence, review surveillance footage, follow leads, and sometimes revisit details that appeared insignificant during the initial investigation. A single case can involve dozens of pieces of information, and investigators have to determine which pieces matter. The goal isn't simply to make an arrest. It's to establish what happened and build a case that can withstand scrutiny. That process can be slow. It can be frustrating. And sometimes there isn't an immediate answer. But for investigators, patience can be just as important as speed. Because behind every case file is a person, a family, and a community waiting for answers. Law enforcement is often measured by its most dramatic moments: the arrests, the pursuits, the major investigations, the breaking news headlines. But much of police work happens away from the cameras. A deputy checking on a stranded motorist, a dispatcher answering a desperate phone call, a search team walking through the desert at night, an investigator spending hours reviewing evidence, a patrol officer responding to a call that nobody else wants to answer. These moments rarely become headlines, but they are part of what keeps a county functioning. For the Pima County Sheriff's Department, the challenges are shaped by the place itself. A massive county, a complex population, a difficult border environment, urban communities surrounded by wilderness, and a desert that can be beautiful one moment and unforgiving the next. For the deputies who patrol it, the mission remains the same: respond, investigate, protect, and go home safely at the end of a shift. Because in Pima County, the next call can come from anywhere. And when it does, someone has to answer.